Okay.
Hello, 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 beautiful people. Welcome to BAM, Beautiful, Ambitious, Motivated Woman magazine. And I am your host, Camille, CoCo Camille. And today I am honored to have the pleasure of sitting in with Miss Fayola Delica. She's going to introduce herself and her company and tell you why she's a BAM woman.
Well, I am honored and excited, Camilla CoCo. Thank you so much. I want to thank all those at BAM Magazine for this opportunity. You know, it is a privilege and an honor to use any platform to talk about my testimony, what God has done for me, but of course, being a boss in the marketplace. As already stated, I am Dr. Fayola Delica. I wear various hats. I am an apostle. I function in the fivefold ministry, ordained pastor, international award-winning healthcare professional, international award-winning serial entrepreneur, international best-selling author ×2, #1 Amazon best-selling author ×2, and international award-winning motivational speaker. I gotta remember all the titles. And also international award-winning beauty queen. And the list goes on and on and on. But I am just someone who loves life. I am your passion and purpose activator. I activate the things on the inside of you we bring it out and help you to live out your life purposely and out loud.
Oh, yes, I am here for living out loud.
Yes. We are living large and in charge.
Yes, large and in charge. I'm here for every bit of it. So, okay, does your business have a name?
Of course. The business that we're showcasing tonight is Fayola Delica LLC. It is a boutique that does motivational speaking and business consulting and coaching, but we do a lot of different things. You know, we are a business that looks at really helping individuals bring their businesses to pass. You know, sometimes we have very expensive hobbies and not realize those hobbies can actually be a way to monetize them. And that's really my journey from going into the challenges of life and trying to reinvent myself and find myself again, and realizing the mouth that kept getting me in trouble in grade school is the mouth that is going to save my life, literally, through the challenges of life. And so becoming a speaker really helped me to understand what was locked on the inside of me, that I was not defined by just being a nurse, healthcare professional, but that God has so many other gifts and talents on the inside of me. And so based on my testimony, our success and our track record, that's what we do. We work with men, women. We do consulting in the areas of business, ministry, pageantry, nonprofit, and healthcare. As far as for the coaching side, we do life, business, and life, book, and a speaker coach.
Okay.
And we all around the world.
This is one-stop shopping. This is what I
Yes,
love.
girl. Yes. This is the marketplace side. Of course, I have other business ventures as well, but today we'll be focusing on Fayola Delica LLC.
Let's do that. Let's focus on Fayola Delica. Tell me, you already explained to me how your business impacts the community. And you've already explained to me how you are the embodiment of the definition of a BAM, beautiful, ambitious, motivated woman. BAM. So Why don't you tell me, why do your clients need you and your product?
Well, you know, my journey began as I was really in the process of reinventing myself, trying to recover from 2008. I lost everything from 24 years old, being on top of the world, Gucci, Prada, Dior, traveling the world, you know, Italy. I mean, just living life with no cares in the world, writing checks left and right, you know, to support the ministry of God. And then next thing I know, at 29, I was homeless. I lost everything I had and really had to find myself, because I defined myself by success. I defined myself by my education, where I graduated with honors, et cetera, what we call success. But what I came to realize that there's more to life than chasing the dollars. There's more to life than chasing the status. And it's really more about people living out their purpose. It's more about me finding what my divine purpose was outside of what I already accomplished. And through my own journey, I've been able to fine tune the strategies of how to live on purpose, how to find your passion and purpose and connect them to monetize them, how to truly be who you were called to be. You know, a lot of people unfortunately are in the world and in life, they're walking dead. They are zombies in the sense that they're not living fully the potential that's on the inside of them. And that's why people connect with me. When I first started, strangers would literally come up to me and tell me, you know, they telling me their life story, then they ask me how to deal with it. And I'm looking like I was just homeless. I had to move back home with my parents, begging them for quarters, nickels, and dimes to put gas in my car. And you want to know about issues? I got my own. And I would be quick to snap back, and the Holy Spirit would tell me to catch myself.
Yes.
And, you know, really understand what transition was taking place, how I'm going to be able to transform people's lives, because I've been down the journey of life, and now I can testify and use that through coaching and consulting, mostly through coaching when you're dealing with personal. Consulting is more the business side, from B2B, but helping individuals to find the message in their best and be able to profit from it.
So find the message in their mess.
Yes, and profit from it.
I love a good catchphrase. Find the message in your mess and profit from it. That'll preach right there.
Yes.
Just go on and take a preach.
Don't get me started. I preached earlier today.
Yeah.
I'm hot still.
Are you ready? She ready? I love it. Tell me this. When did you realize that you were your own client needing your product?
You know, it was a long journey, because in my culture, in our ethnic group, minority group, people of color, coaching and consulting is a joke. They don't take it as a business. When I first started, my transition into that process about 2012, 2013, when I realized that I was having a hard time finding a nursing job because I was in seminary full time. So I didn't fully practice for 2 years. And in the hospital setting, after 2 years, you kind of lose the accessibility to get back into a hospital job. Yes. And so I had to figure out how I'm going to reinvent myself. I tried to go to grad school. I tried to do so many different things, and every door kept closing. Then I realized I had to use what's in my hands. I had to realize that I'm bringing my own table. If somebody doesn't want to give me a job, I got to figure out how to make my own job. And when I was going through the process from depression to despair to feeling like a failure, and God really had to help me to understand, I'm connecting you with another side of yourself that you never saw, because you were so wrapped up in your healthcare career that there was more to you to help you to understand that you are here to impact the world. You are a history maker. You are a change agent. And so once I went through the process of understanding, I need to get over my pity party, because I was tired of, going to my own pity party. And I think my tears were tired of me crying as well. And so I had to go through and understand, what do I need to learn from life experiences? Yes. And how do I take those life experiences to make lemonade out of lemons? How do I look at my glass half full instead of half empty? Because I kept looking at what I've been through. I kept looking at the challenges that I had, but I didn't realize there was still blessings coming my way. They might be not the blessings that I wanted. I was still able to, to have my mind, because I lost my mind at one point. I literally went crazy because I couldn't understand, how did I get here? And so when I went through that transition of understanding, okay, I've had these experiences. I've been molested. I've been homeless. I've had life challenges. I've lost all that I worked hard for. But in that process, I gained a better understanding of who I was. I gained a better understanding that my purpose moves beyond my career. There's a vocation and there's a profession. And I had to learn how to connect the two. And then once I started to understand that, I said, okay. So when I started speaking, I started telling my own testimony in a secular setting. And I was ashamed, because God said, you're going to use your story to help others. But I was so ashamed of my story, I would only give you the smallest bit that wouldn't make me too ashamed and really tell you where I come from. Because I don't look like what I've been through.
Oh, I was about to say it. I was going to sing it once we had a little break. I don't look like what.
Come on now. I don't look like I've been through. And so I would give you a small piece just so I can still keep the pretty face.
Yes.
Just so I can still keep my dignity. But every time that I would open my mouth, God would make me drop bombs. I'm like, God, why you make me? I wasn't trying to get that side of the story until I became comfortable with my
people
story.
Needed it. The people
Come
need
on,
it. The
yes.
people need it.
Until I gain comfortable, realize I can allow my challenges to hold me captive because I can't be set free. I can't live a life of liberty and help others to be liberated if I'm still bound, if I'm still a prisoner to my own past and story and experiences. So when I went through that transformation process, I said, okay, I'm gonna start speaking. I started speaking and people started telling me, wow, you're really impacting my life. Then in grade school, they told me I wasn't a good writer. I was a good orator. I could talk to the cows come home. But my professors will always tell me, work on your writing. Your writing is not great. Until I was in a mastermind coming back from Atlanta for Marshawn Evans, who's now Marshawn Evans Daniels. Today they're celebrating their wedding anniversary. So Jack Daniels and Marshawn Evans Daniels, congratulations. They just had triplets not too long ago. So that was my first coach. And so I spent every day at FedEx. I opened FedEx and closed FedEx, and I wasn't working there. I used that as my office, and I created this product to say I wanted to show her that I was serious. So that became my speaking journey and really moving into writing books. Because when we came back from Atlanta for the 3-day event, we came back into a mastermind, and in that mastermind, they said, you know, you should write a book about that. And I was hesitant because I already had the fear that I'm not a good writer. But did God know that he has something on the inside of me? It's one thing to tell your story. The only people who can hear your story are those that are connected to you in your presence. But then writing your book can go around the world, and you write in your house. Yes. So when I started writing books, people tell me, wow, my first book was The Ultimate Speaker's Manual, the how to presenting a professional speaking business. And from there it evolved to now that I have 8 books, international best-selling author twice, #1 Amazon. And I'm excited that I'm not only using my experience and opportunities, but to help empower others. That we currently have an anthology that we're accepting applications for the top 30 global women leaders around the world who have excelled in marketplace and ministry. Because we're going to build the next international best-selling authors. We're going to build the next platform to take your message globally. You've been recognized in your country or in your local area, but we want to take you to the nations. And so it's realizing that I had to overcome those challenges experienced so I can now help others. I'm going behind me. I'm on my mountaintop, but I'm going back and I'm pulling up others with me. And that's what helped me to understand that I had to go through my process first before I can take somebody through that process. And I always tell people, as a coach and consultant, if you have not been through your own process of what you're trying to give somebody, have a seat and go back and work on you first, because you need to perfect that thing in you first. Because if you're a speaker, a coach, a consultant, you're speaking into people's lives, and your mouth have power. And so that's where my journey began, and I've been doing it for 7 years now. There's many times that I wanted to give up, throw in the towel, but God says stay on course, and I'm glad I did, because it's not about me, but it's about impacting other people so they can impact other people. It's a domino effect. And it's just awesome to be used despite the tests and trials of life.
It is. I'm fired up. I need some of these coaching services myself. I'm fired up.
Come on.
To rub some of that off on me.
Okay, come on. We will get right on in.
You know, I have one other question for you, and then I want you to share with us how we can contact you, because we definitely want to get some contact information. But what I want to know is who does your client become after incorporating your services in their life?
Wow. You know, the people that we work with, they are transformed. They are transformed from the inside out and outside, and that people, when they see them before they work with me and after they work with me, don't even recognize them, literally, because of the transformation that takes place. But because we help them from a place, because most of the people that connect with me, they come from challenges, they come from hardships that they felt like they could not overcome. But once we give them the strategies and we empower them in their mind, your mind is the most powerful thing. You know, you can speak that you believe transformation, you can feel it in your heart, but if your mind does not comprehend those things, it cannot come to pass. And so we help them transform their mind first before we can actually walk the process out. And from there, they understand not only are they a change agent, not only are they unique, that they are irreplaceable, meaning that there could be many other coaches and consultants, there could be many other ministers, there could be many other healthcare professionals, but their unique power, their unique competitive advantage is what sets them apart, because they realize what's on the inside of them, nobody else has it and nobody else will. Once they own who they are, they own their identity of what they've been called to do on this earth, they are able to not only help themselves, but help up many along the way, that their lives run into a life of success. They're successful in every area of their life because we may focus on one thing, but as I come to realize in coaching and consulting, you're really impacting all the areas of their lives because it's all connected. And so we help them to write. They become authors. They become speakers. They winning awards. They become ministers, healthcare providers, beauty queens, winning pageants. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But it's just an awesome experience from what you see a butterfly, a caterpillar turn into a butterfly, and they fly so high in the sky. Their wings are so beautiful because they've been transformed. They went through a metamorphic process that they become literally unstoppable.
And that's the takeaway. That is what I got as you were speaking. 2 words: unstoppable and successful. So yes. I feel that. I feel that your clients become unstoppable and successful.
Yes, they
and
do.
I think that's an absolutely beautiful thing. Tell me how we get in touch with you.
Well, I'm so excited. We're on many platforms. We are on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. And as you see on my screen, that's how you spell out my name. If you're connecting on Instagram or Twitter, it's Fayola Delica LLC. So it's my first name, last name, LLC. We do have a website. We're rebranding, so I'm so excited about that. As we're launching a TV ministry next month. So we're doing a whole lot of yes, we're not playing. We're going to be on the Now Network, over 236 million homes, with Kingdom Domination TV, which is bringing marketplace and ministry together. So we're doing a lot of different things. And so on the website, you'll see the old version, but we are rebranding that. Also, you can connect with me. You can DM me on all the social media platforms. Our email is info, my first name, last name.com. We make it very simple for you to connect with us. And you can even text us if you like. The text number for the business is 954-562-7706, and you can also call us there. So if you want us, you can find us.
Okay. Well, she's
only one Fayola Delica.
Yes. Now she's made it simple, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to make it even simpler. It's Fayola, Fayola, Delica, Delica. Fayola Delica LLC. So we have no excuses at this point. We know how to find you. We know how to pronounce you. We know what we need to become unstoppable and successful. So the choice is yours. To all of the viewers that are watching this, and I wanted to make sure I spelled that because everybody's not in our Zoom, so I want them to make sure that they have access to you. And
amen.
Just that is very important, for us to follow through. So contact, if you've got questions, what are your business hours? What are your hours of operation?
Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We are open on Saturday. We have a lot of different products that we are launching this month. We have a Facebook private group coaching that's taking place. That's $25 a month. We have private coaching that's taking place as well. You can do 15 minutes. You can do 60 minutes. What else we have? I have book products available as well to connect with you, to help you. If you want to do it yourself from A to Z, we have 3 manuals that will help you in the areas of business, of speaking and coaching. And then also, if you don't want to do it yourself type of process, we have an 8-week course as well for all those different platforms. And so, we are really working hard to make 2020 to lie to itself. Yes. Because many people are saying 2020, throw it out the window. 2020, yes, we've lost a lot of people, unfortunately, a lot of different challenges. But let me tell you, God is blessing my socks out like never before, that I forget sometimes that we are in a pandemic, because God is in the blessing work. He is blessing his people. If we have the right perspective and focus, 2020 will be the best year of your life. And you have no other choice. You really don't. Because if you really want to shift the way you've been crying out to God and complaining, he's recalibrating, he's resetting us. Because people are saying, I don't have the time, I don't have the money or the resources. You in quarantine. Where else do you gotta go? What else are you doing with your time?
That's true. It's true. It is absolutely true. I feel like my sister and I had a conversation when the pandemic, we first went on lockdown. And we were talking just amongst our little sister circle, how so many of us, it was pushing us to go into these businesses, to use what was in our hands, to establish and grow the businesses that we had already established, because you were forced to look at yourself. Spending that time alone, it forced you to face the things that you needed to face. So I completely and wholeheartedly agree with you. Ladies and gentlemen, You have no other choice. If you are looking to be successful and unstoppable, Miss Fayola Delica is right here. You have no excuse at this particular point. You have the contact information, and she is making herself available your business hours. Is there a physical location that we can visit you at, or are we just online at this point?
We're just online at this point due to the challenges of COVID-19, and we want to be accessible because social media virtually is where we can reach more people. So we have shifted over to a full virtual platform, and we hit every price point. You know, if people say they don't have the money, you can't tell me you don't have $25.
Right.
If you don't have $25 to spare to change your life, then there's a bigger problem that we got to face.
Yes.
You know, we got services in the hundreds, and we got services in the thousands. So we're catering to everybody to make sure they know that we got you in 2020. Whatever you need, whatever you're looking for, whatever you're trying to do, we got you.
Good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Miss Fayola, is there anything you want to leave with our viewers before we leave?
You know, I truly want to challenge them because this is the year of greatness. You know, people may say, what lens are you looking through? What news are you looking at? And I say, I'm believing the report of God, because God had promised me some things, and he is blessing in 2020 despite the challenge. So I encourage you, whatever you're going through is not going to stop the blessings of God in your life. Whatever you're going through, your dreams are still visible. Your dreams still have life, and breathe into your dream by not only writing it down and making it plain, but in this season, we got to make actions. You can't tell me you writing your dreams. Your list is longer than you can think of, but where's your action? Where's your faith? And the word of God said, faith without works is dead. So I don't know what you're doing in this season, but if there's no action to it, as they say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So we need to move past the planning phase and execute, implement, and then evaluate. Because it's so important to evaluate. So I challenge you all, whatever you are going through in this season, there's no excuse. If I can overcome all the things that I've been through and still pressing forward despite it all, then you are able to do just beyond what I'm doing and even more. So if we can support you in any way possible. You know, if you just have a question, DM, you know, may not want my services, but you know, you have a question, we'll answer your question. But you know, if you start pulling a little bit more, we're gonna send you an invoice.
Okay. And there it is. So ladies and gentlemen, you have your call to action. Execute, implement, and evaluate. You have your call to action. There's no excuse, and there's no better time than right now. Miss Fayola, thank you. Thank you so much for your wealth of knowledge, for your time, your transparency, and your willingness to help.
Well, I'm so excited. Thank you again. Thank you all those that are listening and watching, and know that 2020 is the best year of your life. Don't get it twisted.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, bam, there it is. Beautiful, ambitious, motivated woman magazine has been proud to present Miss Fayola Delica, and I am CoCo Camille. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.